Happy Easter! Happy Passover, whatever it is you celebrate. Welcome, friends, to the wonderful Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament. We are here in the round of 16 for this battle between Cytown and Sigil. And look at who has the number one next to their count.
Yeah, a funny thing happened in game one of this matchup between best of three matchup between Cytown and Sigil. Something happened that hasn't happened all tournament. Someone beat Cytown, and that was Sigil in round one. So the remorse flag that you see up in the top right, that is Cytown's remorse flag. Our number one seed has taken a shot to the mouth here, and it will be very interesting to see how he responds. The match one or round one between these two was a compelling matchup. Both played really, really well. So anything can happen here. Rick, what are you looking forward to out of this?
Well, so we're going to be looking for potentially some really interesting combat, especially if certain enemies roll up. Like, for instance, we could be seeing ourselves with some dangerous blue whiz robes. Maybe the Pole's voice will be rolling up with a bow underneath them. Who knows what's going to be ending up happening? But all we know is that the champion from last year's tournament now sitting there with his back against the wall, down 1-0 in this series. Sigil with a chance to knock down the overall number one seed, and we're underway out in the Deadwood, starting off with some bombs.
The bombs start, and we're going to get an immediate 1Q3 check. We have a green 1Q3 and an immediate take any. Both runners are, they're definitely going to grab that candle and up an A, as we start with 6 and either 4 or 5 as our starting Triforce units.
And what that does mean for us is that we are going to have a 6-second quest mixed overworld in play here. So that means second quest money. And also it looks like we are going to have some bomb dropping red vinyls. So the drop groups, they've been shuffled. And a good thing they go down to a single candle flame, because guess what? Plus or minus 4 HP. Now you know what you can kill easily out there in the overworld for a chance of getting some bombs.
Absolutely. That is great knowledge to have early on, as both our runners are going to go make their way towards the Vanilla Wood Sword Cave. As is the case with many of the flags in the random percent setup, this has a 50-50 chance of holding our Wood Sword. Cytown is going to go around instead. He's got the candle. He's probably going to take care of these 2 burn bush spots and then check the Wood Sword Cave.
I think what he might be thinking about is wrapping around and maybe heading back over towards maybe the Dead Woods. I don't know. But first check here. Ooh, blue candle is 1 off its maximum value of 255. There's the wood sword pickup for Sigil.
All right, and Cytown right behind him, and immediate up an A. Sigil's going to make his way. Yeah, he's going to wrap up these many of the Dead Woods checks that he can take care of here.
All right, so as we start to make our way through more of this seed, arrow prices are vanilla. The bomb prices at 34, 14 above their normal amount. Cytown now doing the up and A. Medium secret at 32 rupees. That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's slightly above average, but you're right. Those bomb prices are no bueno. That is not fun. And a low-ish small secret of 8. So with second quest money, there's only one. There's one extra small and there's one extra medium secret, but there's only one large secret. So our runners have to be hoping that it's pretty good. Hey, here's the level.
2Q7 it looks like, with the gray exterior and starting at the very bottom. Don't know that for certain just yet, but that's what it screams to me immediately.
Yeah, I mean, if the goal with the ±4 HP was to add a degree of difficulty, you mix that with second quest back half, and difficulty's gone up significantly, I'd say.
Wise idea by Sigil to wind up retrying out of the door repair charge, get back to his 40 rupees. He knows where 7 is, so he'll unlock that once again. Yeah, I don't believe he's going to go through 7 at any point here, but we'll figure out more information about this seed as things go along. Cytown's going to save his 40 rupees. And is he going to go into this level 7? Are we going to see a dive of 7? Now, of course, game number 1 between these two came down to a level 8 that became very interesting for cytown.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, and you would think I would remember correctly because I was on the call for it, but there's been a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Yeah, it was something where I think cytown had to go there more than once, and that time save that Sigil was able to get out of level 8 ended up giving him the edge he needed. Oh, those are vanilla gambling game prices, I think.
Yes, they are. That they are. The 10, 10, and the 50, the big prize of the 50, which you usually see on second quest money-making game strats for the any percent run. Getting back to last night, though, it was the ladder in level 8 on the floor in the Gliok room that turned out to be the difference maker, gave Sigil enough of a lead. cytown tried to claw his way back into the race, and they both got into level 9, but Sigil found the pieces of the puzzle, and that's why cytown's up against the wall here in this game number 2 of this best of 3 series.
Yeah, they say ladder is not a required item, but it can be in certain instances, and even in seeds where you technically don't need it, it definitely can give you a getting around in dungeons advantage, or eliminate pathing that you need to work your way around.
By the way, if you want to go ahead and check out that game number 1, it had the greats Tracy M and the Cafe JD on the call for that race. White Sword as the Armos item.
Well, that's a useful pickup this early. And yeah, I was just typing in chat. It's like, I've heard of seed bleed for runners, but I have not heard of it for commentators before, so this is new for me. Sorry about that. And I listened to that match. That's probably why I have seed bleed.
All right, what were you doing on the night of July 5th?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Which July 5th? Because there have been a lot of them.
Well, I only know of the one.
Oh, okay. No, I meant like last year, July 5th, or like.
I can't tell you that. That would be giving up too much information. Anyways, White Sword here will mean that cytown goes into this level 7. Try to see what we can do. If this is 2Q7, that means we have vanilla enemies here in this level.
I mean, it sure looks like 2Q7. It smells annoying like 2Q7 smells.
It looks, it feels, and it's got second quest push blocks.
Yeah, and okay, so if we see multiple transports, we'll definitely know that it's not first quest 7. And where are we spitting out here? Yeah, this looks like the inside of that spiral.
And it's right in the midst of the spiral there, and it's not a bomb wall, because you don't usually get bomb walls or walk through walls in level 7 unless it's done to hold logic. That was quite unfortunate for Sigil, and I'm not sure what really was he trying to do the 10 force and just was off. Dig Dugger gazes with the ladder. If that is a truthful hint, that is huge to find out.
Yeah, and the keyword there is if, because one of the flags that can be on in this random percent flag set, for folks who aren't familiar with it, is deceptive hints. And it was in play in game number 1. Level 2 found it's blue, so therefore we could be in 1Q2. And it looks like we are in 1Q2. It smells like we're in 1Q2, which means that other Triforce we have is level 4. And that's good news, I think, for assuming that hint about the ladder in 5 is true. That is good news for cytown in that he'll have to go there anyway. It's not a pendant dungeon, whereas if it had been 2Q front half, 5 would be a pendant dungeon. Tanky ropes. To answer a question in chat, what is seed bleed? Yeah, I should probably just explain what that term is. As we find a Triforce in a Triforce room that cytown's going to grab immediately. Seed bleed is basically the notion where you've watched too many matches in a row, or you've played too many seeds in a row, and you start to remember things being in one seed that were in another. So you just kind of end up mixing up things. You think that that was the one that had level 6 at the raft spot. And I was like, no, that was the one from 2 days ago. And it just all mushes together in your head.
Sigil now popping into this level 2 as well. So if Heart Shuffle's on, that means we have 2 items in here. If it's not, then there's just the 1 item. So we had the Triforce in the Triforce room, but we haven't seen enough information to say anything about the room drops in particular just yet.
Not yet. At least there is a lot we don't know about all of these dungeons. We've got a lot of information quickly, but it's entirely possible that, it's entirely possible that the game could be throwing us a curveball here.
Red Gorillas are 7 or 8 HP.
Oof. Especially in a shooter room like that, that's just...
Oh, Sigil was trying to set up the Kanana key. Could not get it.
Yeah, Kanana keys are one of those things. If you can pull those off, they just look so cool. Yes, they're handy if you don't have keys, but they just look cool.
Manhandla threatens in the forest. So if I'm Cytown, I'm going to 3 next. I'm going to the forest, trying to see if I can't locate that 3.
Yeah, and the hope would be, especially if you're trying to figure out if deceptive hints are on or not, the hope would be that it's not under a recorder spot, because that's something you can't get yet.
That's for certain, which is a possibility. By the way, the Dodongo room into the bluish sandy room wound up... Oh boy. We have a ladder block from getting to that very top of the room.
Well then, okay, so that ladder's... Well, yeah, that ladder's taking on some added significance. Cytown's gonna run over here again. Was there a room over here that he didn't check?
Yeah, there was a room here to the right that was key blocked, so he's going to try to do the Kanana key himself. And then he'll move to that room to the very top left there, that bottom left, rather.
If he can time this clock.
Yeah.
There, he's got it.
And there he goes.
Nice. Nicely done. Now, what's in
and
here?
there's the shooter room, and now this is no shuffled rooms. Oh, Raft, there it is.
Okay, we got a bundle of sticks. Will that bundle of sticks lead us to anything? Well, we probably will find out here in a second.
Yeah, he's gonna check that immediately.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, we'll get to 3 if and when it's there in a second. But if this raft holds anything, that is a significant boost for Cytown.
He's gonna try to make sure that he doesn't get what we call slam-mood when he gets back off this raft. So he's going to take care of as many of these Tektites as he possibly can. Pop up here, and we find that it is not a level, but instead a departure of his rupees.
It's not a level, it's a robbery. And, well, he got slam-mooed anyway, because those Tektites rolled up.
Oh.
Boy,
19, by the way, for the repair.
Okay, that's slightly below average. Yeah, those Tektites do not care about maritime safety at all. They just were bopping him. But it's like, we don't care that you might drown. Just get back on the raft.
So we found our candle for 46 rupees. That was not a bad price, under 14 for their vanilla price.
It's not bad. Yeah, it would have been nice if it wasn't under a burn bush. That feels like a bit of a troll, but you know, it does go that way sometimes.
And Sigil's going to pop in here, going to see the same thing that Cytown saw, and get this raft right after he takes care of these super ropes.
Now, am I right that in 2, that unless that, because normally bombing down can be a little treacherous, in 1 and 2, I think unless that's an old man below you, that wall has to bomb?
1, 2, or 3 is that rule. And there are just a few exceptions to the rule, like if there's a corridor or staircase, an old man, or if it's Zelda's room. Those are the only reasons why a wall will not be bombed through. You can't get through bomb walls in level 2.
Speaking of bombs, that's a nice force on Cytown's side to fill up on bombs, and he's gonna... Oh, well, you could have gotten your candle here, I guess.
So somebody's asking if they know Heart Shuffle is off. Too little information exists at this point.
Yeah,
and Slam-mood again.
Well, at least we're even on the Slam-mood count. That's good.
1 apiece.
Is that like the 5th tiebreaker? If the race ends in a tie, it's who got Slam-mood the most who wins?
No.
Oh, darn. Well, maybe next tournament.
No.
Oh, well, I mean, you could.
Tiebreaker is going to be whoever toots the most.
Oh, okay. No, that's fair. I like that better. That's easier to verify too. Okay, keys for 75. That's actually not a terrible price. And in a second quest money seed where you've got back half second quest, that could come into play.
The Moblin has a red ring on Death Mountain. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting if true. So now if you have both those sets of information, I guess given kind of where our runners are, you would go to the forest first and see if you can find 3 over there, and then if not, go to Death Mountain in the hopes that you find your white sword item?
I would search the spores, see the validity of that manhandla hint. And then, I mean, later on, at some point, try to seek out Death Mountain. Death Mountain seems like it could be a really rough place to go early on at this point. I mean, we do have the bombs to do so, but we are in a mixed quest overworld.
Yeah, and there's more spots up there. And the thing for, if you're not familiar with deceptive hints, we find a level over by the raft spot. That's level 6.
Yeah, that's going to be 1Q6 there for cytown, but he wants to see what we have on the raft or the ladder island here. It is the book. cytown also, because we do have the Triforce out of 6, does not really want to dig through 6 just yet, especially if the enemy groups are vanilla, which means level 6 will have everybody's friend, the Wizrobe.
Yeah, friend in quotation marks. But to get back to the point about deceptive hints before I forget it, because I will forget it. Deceptive hints does not mean that the hints are always false. What it means is basically that they're 50-50 to be false. And they can be partially false in the sense that they could say that, and correct me if I'm wrong about this, Rick, that red ring on Death Mountain hint could be true, or it could be that that both aspects of it are false.
Breeze in the forest.
Yeah. Ah, well, okay. So that doesn't tell us.
Blocked immediately.
Well, so much for 3. Sigil gets that hint there. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
The way it works is that it's going to choose 50%. It's going to give you a good hint. Well, I guess we're going to 3 last before we go into 9, by the way. So it chooses 50% that I'm going to give you a truthful hint. 50% I'm going to give you something that I'm going to structure together that may not be true. Sometimes the way that it structures that hint, though, it can actually be true by coincidence.
When you say by coincidence, what do you mean?
Like, so for instance, it could be saying, I'm going to give you a deceptive hint, but actually give you the right combination of item. Oh, look at this world of levels here. And everybody, here's your confirmation. 2Q8, welcome to the bait block!
Well, okay, we're not getting into anything for a while. We need things and stuff to get things done.
Anyways, so sometimes when it structures the hint, it could be unintended to be false. It could be intended to be false, but turn out to be true just by coincidence.
Ah, okay.
So it'll pick an item, it'll pick a location, structure that together, and just by coincidence, it becomes a truthful hint. But
so it doesn't check to see if the hint that I created is false. It just randomly picks item and location.
Yes.
Ah, got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Fred actually had a pretty solid conversation about that not too long ago, and I forget which channel, but it's up on one of the Discord channels.
Okay, yeah. And if you're not part of the Z1R Discord and would like to be, there'll be a chat link to it in the chat. Feel free to join. Feel free to hop in and talk with folks about Z1R and stuff.
All right, cytown looks like he is going back here into the raft island.
Was there bait
Oh,
here?
yeah, bait. For 105, we're going grade A beef today.
Yeah, that's the pricey one. I feel like we saw a cheaper bait, but it was over on the western side of the map, and it's not at all convenient for getting in to 8.
I don't think we're even going Arby's in this one. We're going Morton's Steakhouse.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're gonna go Morton Steakhouse, I mean, you might as well go, like full Iron Chef Morimoto or something. Just go for the flown in from Japan, the beef that's been aged, with cows that you read, like Goodnight Moon to every night or something. So yeah, that was some pricey meat, is what I'm trying to say.
That's what I was trying to say by Morton's Steakhouse too.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at their menu? They're expensive.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was going to say. I've seen the prices, and then I've been like, no, thank you. Unless, it's a great place to eat if someone else is... Oh, God, that's not great. Morton's is a great place to eat if someone else is paying. If work is paying for it, fantastic place to have a work dinner.
But if you're paying for it, I'm going to the convenience store. Thank you.
That's right. Yeah. Well, at least there's blue bubbles right past the red bubbles. That's something. That just leads to another stair.
2.
Yeah, and 7 sets of stairs here, 2 of which are one-ways, which always seem to be at the absolute worst time and deposit you in some sort of Chevy room when you don't have a ladder or something annoying.
Staircase number 3. It's an item. It's a Harkin. Oh! Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. Not enough information exists just yet, friends. We haven't seen the other heart containers. But if there's another one in a staircase somewhere, that's big.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be there. You ain't going to be able to do anything much in that room. But yeah, all it takes is basically one more heart container in a place that it's probably not supposed to be. Still, if you're cytown, I mean, you've already made the decision fairly early in the race to dig 8, knowing there are 2 or 3 items in here. So I kind of feel like at this point, you're sticking around and digging all 3 items.
Excuse me? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sigil finds 4, by the way, up in the northeast corner.
Okay, now this is 1Q4, so this is not the giant D that we're normally used to dealing with in second quest. So somewhat manageable, and known 1 stair item and 1 floor, and potentially 1 floor item. And that is 4 even randomized. That room is exactly where it is in the vanilla game.
Oh, now you gotta pay attention to this room. Although this room, if it's the fire... Oh, gosh. The red bats have rolled up!
Oh, we got thick red guys tonight. Oh, boy. And they're 3 HP. 3 or 4 HP. That's because those are white sword hits. Oh, but they do drop health. That's not... Okay. That might be a fair trade.
And it's not a push block.
Okay, we must press on, and we're in a dark room where we're going to get a key. Okay, key for a key. That's not bad. Yet another stair for cytown. This is transport number 3.
This could give us a lot of information right here. There's a heart container on the floor. Okay, not enough information still exists. And I would clear this room out because this is looking like the breakfast room.
The enemy set certainly is, and that block can push. So yeah, you absolutely want to clear this out and see if this is anything.
Ladder block here for cytown. And that is our staircase. That is the breakfast room. And it's something that Sigil's still going to pick up.
Yeah, ranged offense. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure, why not? And he's immediately out.
Because we already had the Triforce.
Yeah, we started with this.
Oh, boy. That's a recorder.
Oh.
In a double block room. So, or a recorder block in a double block room is what I mean to say.
Ah, okay. I was like, I didn't see a breadstick. I believe you, but 144 is a large secret, but that's the only one you're getting, and it's all the way up in the northeast.
Oh, there's your one-way staircase.
Oh, America's favorite. All right, we're right back in this room where we were, so at least it didn't cost him a ton of time.
And cytown pushes the staircase, and we have another transport staircase. Because what is level 8 without those magical transport staircases?
Yeah, at that point, it's just a big, dumb spiral. Well,
there's your
heart
boss
container.
heart right there.
Okay, so the evidence is accumulating that heart shuffle is off, but again, we can't confirm until we see evidence to the contrary.
Staircase number 5. Game, why you do this?
Oh, that's just not fun. Now it pushes, and then you get popped by.
And of course, that is also another one-way. So there's your 2 one-ways.
Okay, well, if it's gonna spit you out somewhere, at least spit you out in an inconvenient part of the map to get to. So you can at least knock this out of the way. Oh, gets the nice double stun.
Very nicely done there by cytown. And Sigil buys a key.
I like this. Seeing what he's seen so far, he's going to buy 2 of them. I really like this strategy here. Even if you find the any key in the next 5 minutes, it's still worthwhile not having the possibility of running into a key block and having to abandon a level and come back.
Just hopefully he figures out that he needs to buy that bait. Yeah,
he may be. I feel like, oh, this is nice.
Right at the top of the waterfall.
Yeah, this is something. There's potentially 3 items in here. Given how inconvenient a location it is, you want to do this in one shot if you can.
Okay, so how many HP are these things? Did they roll to the maximum 9?
It's quite possible. Too many is the answer for how many HP they are. Oh, here's one of our fun turnstile rooms. If he does the block clip here, which he's able to pull off on one shot, very nicely done, he'll be able to get to this room we haven't seen yet. Which now we know because we saw the heart drop can't drop an item. It can potentially drop there's a power bracelet
in 1. That's a pretty solid find right there for Sigil.
Second quest overworld, that opens up 3 more spots than normal.
Have we seen any of the warps yet?
Not yet, although we haven't really explored much of all of Death Mountain, so it's possible they're vanilla, but it's also possible we just haven't ran into them yet. cytown being very careful in that room. He's trying to push a wall or bomb out, and nothing's working. He kept his sword through that. That was very fancy footwork.
Yeah, that's the most important part about that, is the fact that he was able to keep that going. Okay, so here's another... This might be the same Digdugger that we saw earlier. They're all starting to blend together, these rooms.
They really do, especially in 2Q8, because it's just like, oh, which staircase? This is why you track. It's like, oh, which staircase is this? Number 6? Wait, how many are there? Oh, great. And then you start like bleeding from the nose, and it's just not fun.
Oh, good. The Mugger has moved to other dungeons. In this case, level 1.
And is he guarding anything? This is normally the Aquamenos room. He's guarding the floor heart. So if heart shuffles off, that is our floor heart. Nice candle boost by cytown to get around those red bubbles.
So far we've seen heart containers in, let's see, 1, 2, 4, 8.
And 8.
Still not enough information exists.
Yeah, I would understand if the runners assumed that it was, hi, there's an expensive bomb upgrade. That would be nice, but we're probably not getting. I would understand if the runners started assuming that heart shuffle was on or off, but yeah, you're right. It's entirely possible. Because those 8 heart containers can shuffle into the regular pool, it is mathematically possible that they... Oh, hi, Chevy Room.
And he's going to say no to that. So we're still looking for a staircase room, which is going to be on the left wing of the Eagle for this level 1.
Yeah, there are only, 3 rooms over here, I think. So the Sigil should make fairly quick work of this.
Yep, he's going to have to spend a key for this, though. And it's going to be another key door over here. He'll get a key for a key, at least. As cytown is going to be finding another level over here. Wait, no. Ooh, recorder! Oh, we already saw the... Oh, that's right. Power bracelet was in the staircase, so we were looking for the floor item. That was my apologies. But recorder on the floor in 1. Sigil now has access to every single square on this map.
Yeah, that's great for Sigil. And if I'm Sigil, the minute I get outside after picking up this Triforces, I'm hitting that B button with the recorder, and I'm finding out if it takes me anywhere cool. Okay, if you are of a certain age, you will know what recorder tune that is. Millennials? Probably not. Okay, where did that take us? What level did that take us to?
I believe that was where 2 was, which we had the Triforce for.
Okay, so it's New Beatons is where it takes us. Sigil's gonna check the power bracelet spots, and yeah, these are probably our vanilla take-ins. Or
yep.
Vanilla transports.
Although where he landed right there, I would have just gone backwards and checked 2Q4 if you hadn't already.
Yeah, you have power bracelet. You might as well knock that out, and then screen scroll over and do the arrow, and yeah. Once you get an item like that opens up additional overworld spots, you might as well use it.
And chat talking about the recorder tune. One of those classic Hanna-Barbera tunes. The theme to the Jetsons.
Okay, and cytown's gonna make similar quick work of this 4. He's picked up the floor heart, and he's seen what the dungeon item is. He's not interested in the regular banana.
There is our red ring.
Up on Death Mountain, is it not? Yes, so we have 2 true hints so far. Now the question becomes, where is our dungeon that has the ladder, which I believe was 5?
That would be correct. cytown getting the large secret of 144 rupees. Sigil getting another. Take any.
Yeah, both these runners are, once they hit 6-7 hearts, especially after getting red ring, like, yeah, I don't need any more heart containers unless you literally throw them at my feet.
And for somebody who's questioning what he is doing getting the potion at this stage, I can totally understand his reasoning for it. You just got the red ring, so that means your heart content just quadrupled. And you know you're dealing with some second quest mechanics in all of the dungeons, which means you're going to be dealing with red bubbles and blue bubbles, oh my. So you're going to want to have that in case you lose control of your sword.
Yeah, that alone is worth having a potion on you at all times. It's not that they're worried about combat. It's specifically worrying about needing a sword at the absolute, and not having it at the absolute worst time.
Now, one concern here for Sigil is the fact that he is down to 1 bomb, but he's going to be able to purchase them, but he's going to also need to consider that 65 rupee bait, but he can't buy that now.
Not right now, he can't. If he gets lucky and if I'm him, if he gets lucky and gets a medium secret while he's up here, I'd probably run back and buy that. I know arrows are sitting there for 80, but I mean, you know that bait blocks you out of level 8, and you know you have to go there.
By the way, cytown, if he can stay alive on this screen, it looks like he will find level 1. And now, Sigil, after buying all the bombs, it is like what we said on commentary the other day, the chances of you getting a bomb once you purchase bombs out of a store becomes more than 100%.
That's just science, folks. You can't argue with science. Well, you can, but why would you want to?
Well, this kind of science you definitely can try to argue with, but it's true. Any runner of this game can know that feeling. You won't get a bomb drop at all for half of the game. You purchase a pack of bombs, everything drops bombs.
It's like the bombs have magnets in them, and they attract each other.
It's like there's some secret coding that says that you got maximum bombs and giving you all the bomb drops.
Well, that's just mean coding. That's actually in there.
I went on this rant with Tracy M back the other day about this.
Oh no, I remember. I listened to it, and I emotionally agreed with all of it.
Where in the world is this level 5? I have a feeling we need an item to get into that level 5. And it's more than likely going to be the recorder, since the power bracelet doesn't do all that much, so don't forget 2Q4.
He may be going for check density up here. If he is, I would understand.
And it makes sense. It's just, I hope he doesn't forget 2Q4.
Yeah, it's one of those that's real easy to orphan. I am one of those runners who hates orphaning stuff. Even though I know it'll cost me time, it's just psychologically I'm just like, no, if something is up there, it's gonna suck if that's the one spot I left. So and then I clear it and it's nothing, and I'm like, oh well, I guess I should have done something else.
And there's another take any, and Sigil's gonna go ahead and not get anything out of this, so he's gonna save it in case he needs another potion.
I've seen some runners do this recently, and it's a move I like, actually, the more I think about it, because you don't need it now, but if you get in a spot where you get red bubbled and you don't want to trek all the way back, or you don't want to do a hard FA save and get your sword back, and that's nearby, sure, it's good to have. It's like having it in your back pocket, and especially if you're Sigil and you have the flute and you can get back there quick, yeah, do it.
Sigil, unfortunately, having a little bit of an issue doing the left to right screen scroll, which can get interesting at times.
Is that the harder of the two screen scrolls?
And he buys the arrows, and we know he needs to buy the bait.
Is he going to last location 8? Or is he going to save 8 to the end?
He's probably going to save 8 to the end. Now, we know from what we saw from cytown, very unlikely it has something, but we don't know enough information about this seed just yet. As Sigil will pop into 2Q7 now, see what we have in store inside of this great festival of environments with dark nuts and bunnies. Oh my!
Festival? Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know it was that festive. Well, no, I guess red, blue, and yellow, those are festive colors. Oh, you're right. It's the Hyrule Darknut Festival. Is that like the Renaissance Fair? You get turkey legs and stuff? Well, I guess not turkey legs, like Octorok legs. Is that what they have?
cytown about to go into the room that has the recorder inside, which is a piece of this puzzle. And Sigil has decided to pop the potion.
He also decided to pop that key door open, which I don't think cytown did when he was in here.
And this is going to be another of the staircases. 2 of, I believe, 3 of them in here in this level 7?
Yeah, I think it's 3, and the potential for 2 as cytown gets his power bracelet. The potential for 2 muggers, although those muggers have moved around. We saw one in 1, so maybe they'll be done.
This is a room you're going to want to clear out, yes.
That's a blue lagoon, and that is gross. Thankfully, the Dark Nuts haven't rolled up a ton. They seem to go down to 4 white sword shots.
And thankfully, they don't have the shooters, which is what really creates the lagoon part of the blue in Zelda 1 and the any %.
Oh, is that why they call it lagoon? Okay, I thought it was because like a movie. I thought it was a movie reference.
No, it's because of all, well, it probably is, but it's because of all the lag that gets created because of their existence. Combined with the shooting BMO statues.
This makes a lot more sense. It's a double entendre. I thought it was a single entendre.
Yep.
Well,
But of
that's what I
course,
get.
the lag in Lagoon
Yes. That blue ring is doing some, or that red ring is doing some work on Sigil's side.
is this number 3, or is this the item? It's number 3, of course.
Cytown, as he finds the Triforce here, he's gonna grab it. Okay.
And this screams to me that I do not want to search through like 15 more rooms to try to find one single staircase.
Yeah, between this and not buying the meat, I think I'm with you. This is screaming to me. I want to clear the 1Q dungeons first, and then go redig 7 and 8 only if I absolutely have to. Yeah, for folks who are asking in chat who's ahead at this point, it's really too close to call at this point. Cytown or Sigil has a 1 Triforce lead at the moment, but Cytown's seen a bunch of 8 already, which Sigil has not done because 8 is hard bait blocked right at the front. And Sigil's going to have to go dig that at some point. And how much time he ends up having to sink in there may determine whether, to what extent either party has a lead. So it's really close right now. Oh no, Cytown just got beamed in the chest right as he was trying to get in that stair. Okay, where's Sigil headed? He is headed to the coast. Ah, he's cleaning up these checks. He's probably going to go do the desert after this.
And this is these checks that we're seeing from Sigil are checks that we already saw from Cytown a little bit ago here. So, does the desert contain our level 5? Yes, it is, right there.
Now, I'm trying to remember who saw the ladder hint in 5. Was that Cytown or Sigil?
Chat was saying Sigil, I believe.
Okay, so...
And shout-outs, by the way, to our tracker, CD Improv, who came in here as a last-minute addition to our team here for this race, helping us out with a clicking of the buttons as our tracker, also noting that it was Sigil who did see the hint. Cytown leads level 5.
That's it. Oh, he's going to go by hints. That's interesting. Leon, heart container and 8. We know that's true.
Melody to obtain the ladder, which is going to tell Cytown he's got to go back to that 5. Magic Boomerang's the other item in 8. Okay,
so Sigil doesn't know that he doesn't need to dig. That's both items out of 8. So if he ends up taking a lot of time in there...
Sigil's just around the corner from this 5. Here we go, friends.
Okay, who can get to the stair first? Oh, it's a tie. We got to go to the frame count.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. They're both going over here to the room to the right. We have a single block. We have mummies in here who can take care of this room fast. Sigil has already taken care of 1. Cytown already took care of 1. Try to tackle as many of them, get as much HP down. Looks like Cytown's getting more of them down to the final 1, and they're going to be just Cytown barely to get that last Gipto down. To get the ladder, there we are.
And down the stretch oh no, you already did that, sorry. But ladders spice racks are great. Now, how quick can they get done with the rest of 5? Well, now you can get past this room right here. Okay. Did you need to take a breath? I would totally understand if you did.
Please hold all tickets.
If you had the trifecta, please wait until the race is verified.
We got the T room over here for Sigil. Does the ladder clip never required by logic?
That's really hard to do in the dark. I mean, I can't do it normal. Whoa, fairy explosion.
Yeah, when you get stuck at the same count, because those things are never intended to be counting forward like that, you can always have a fairy explosion, or it's always fun when you get bombs to drop by every one of them.
Oh, I've never had that, but yeah, that would be great. Just have like 6 bomb packs drop at once. Oh, that'd be nice.
Now, the good thing about level 5 traditionally is it is filled with keys. How is that going to help Sigil? I mean, he's already up to 4 keys at this point. He just had 5. We see ourselves a Dig Dagger that we're going to leave alone because the Triforces have been in Triforce rooms. For what it's worth, we're looking for an NSU room, like the one that Cytown's in, for potentially finding out where the compass is.
It's about to get...
Yep, and it's right there.
Okay, thanks for your usefulness, Compass. Hey, it's right next door. You're welcome.
So Cytown's out of 5 first.
Okay, now where does he go with his newfound ladder?
Sigil's going to find out this. Sigil's going to find out this information in just a moment as well. And I think Cytown is going to 3. Going to 3. We need that. We need the ladder for 3, so why not? Except for he forgot it was the right of the Armos.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy to forget. Sometimes it puts the stairs in the vanilla locations, and sometimes it doesn't.
Nice stun right there. I didn't think he had it.
I didn't either. That is hard to do. NSU rooms are one of the worst to try to deal with the dongos.
Bow and 3! Bow and 3!
Hello, Bo. That is wonderful to find. I was just about to say, we still have 2 required items outstanding, Bow and Silvers. Well, we just got one of them. So this promises to be a Jet 3 for Cytown if he can find the Triforce in the next couple of rooms. He's just clearing rooms. Yeah, he's clearing rooms for Compass. Right now, there it is.
Yeah, it's standing on the floor right there, moving over towards the left. Sigil now going into this level 3 as well.
Yeah, and he has to be able to bomb over from there because there is no right side stair now in this level 3.
As we do get the Triforce inside of this level 3, the only reason why the bomb would not work in this case would be if we had a Zelda room pop out, not a 9, so that would have been the only case of this now. As Cytown is now down to level 7 and 8 for remaining Triforces, so he's going to pop back into this level 8. This is going to be very close. Now, don't forget, Cytown still needs to get that Triforce in 7. So Sigil has a little bit of an advantage if he's able to get through level 8 in a quick fashion, but Cytown does have a lot of exploration already done in this inside of this level 8.
He does, but Sigil also needs meat, and he's got 2 bucks. So unless
that is true.
Unless there is like a 7-Eleven nearby where he could get like one of those hot dog rollers, yeah, he's gonna have to go. He's gonna have to farm some money.
This stream is not brought to you by 7-Eleven.
Yeah, 7-Eleven Corp. I think that's who it is.
Yes.
Whoever it is, they're not sponsoring this stream. Even though they should, because this stream is great.
Alright, Sigil now done with this level 3. Alright, so Cytown has had a lot of this level 8 explored. Sigil's about to round the corner.
And he's about to get some bad news. And it's not that the Moblin once ate that skeleton's sister. Whether or not that hint is true, we have no idea.
I think that might be deceptive.
I think it might be too. That seems like the plot of like a bad murder mystery.
And by the way, because this is shuffled drop groups, you cannot trust the normal enemies that you could trust to get your rupee drops. Oh, Cytown finds the compass inside of this 8.
And it's just 2 rooms away. That's a very handy find for him. He'll be able to... I believe he's seen both items out of here now, so he'll just be able to grab this and jet, I think.
Sigil back into level 6. We started with a Triforce for here, but this maybe can get Sigil a little chance to come up with some cash.
Or if the silvers are here. If the silvers are here, this is a big brain play.
It is. Oh! Oh, Zelda's room's here. It's not going to be in 9.
Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. Well then. Then you got 2 rooms over here, and one of them has to be a transport. So let's see which one it is.
Hi, Wizrobes.
Oh, goody, these guys. Well, we knew they were going to be here because of the enemy distribution we've seen so far.
Yep. Sigil now fluting off. We're going to have to see where Sigil chooses to go at this point. 11 rupees, and you know you need 60 at the minimum.
Okay, where is this? That was 5. That was 5. Okay, so he's going to head. He must not have seen Eastern Death Mountain yet.
He's seen all of Death Mountain.
Oh, he has. Okay. So then where is he going?
I'm trying to figure that one out, honestly. Oh, he's got to check the ladder spot to see if there's a couple of secrets.
Oh, yeah. It's real easy to forget that these are here in a mixed overworld. But yeah, these definitely can be. If you bomb basically the 4th square over, either way, you're...
And they're not!
0 for 2! Okay, well, never mind then.
Oh, that's gotta be heartbreaking.
Chat's making an interesting observation. They're noting that Sigil may have a secret left behind in the somewhere on the overworld in the same way that he left that take any at the forgotten spot behind. Oh,
he's
he just
going
gambled.
to gamble and lose his rupees down to 2. Retry.
Yeah, that
cytown, by the way, is in Ganon's room.
And he's going to use his potion here to try to knock this Gleeok out, and he gets it done. Nicely done. That casino went corporate. The payout rate was not very good.
By the way, we never saw the item inside of this 7. That's gotta be it here. No, it's a transport. That's gonna transfer you over to the other side. Yep,
Okay, so,
right there.
Okay, top of the heart of the swirly whatever it is. What was I gonna say? Whatever you call the @ symbol. That's what 7 is.
Sigil gambling still can't win.
Oh, this casino sucks.
Fluting back again. And we have another big dark nut room that could be a staircase.
Oh, nice job by cytown leaving those 3 bombs in his wake and getting hits all the way through. Nice. That's hard to do. He's down to 1 hit, though.
Increasing the amount of HP that you do damage with for the bomb is extraordinary. Unfortunately, that one just turned right as the bomb was exploding. Oh, he's got a secret right there of 32 still on his arsenal.
Okay, so he's going to up a save here, and then he's only 22 rupees short. And that block doesn't even push! Okay,
This
well,
could be
maybe
it
this
right
one
here.
does. Yeah, this one might.
Still got to be careful. Down to 1. Last thing you want to do is get cornered. Still can't win. Still can't win. Still can't win. Hey, winner.
He's going to keep firing. I mean, at this point, you might as well. Wait, Team Middle not worth paying out here.
Oh, there's a mugger.
And cytown's just going to cough up. He has the money, but he's just going to cough up the heart. At this point, yeah, he's confident enough in his combat, and why wouldn't he be after those 2 blue Dark Knight rooms? That he should be able to manage to this point. He does not know that the red ring. He has not found the white sword item red ring on Death Mountain.
And cytown now back into the next round of gambling. This is unfortunate because the second bugger.
Oh,
Cytown's down to 6 hearts.
Well, we said that. Well, this has to be a push block, doesn't it? With that item placement there.
There we go. 50. Save it.
Finally, all right. Look, if you learn nothing from this stream, learn the lesson that gambling always pays off.
He can go buy the cheap meat.
Congratulations! You can now buy the dollar store meat, which everyone wants.
There we go. This is painful for Sigil. You know, you're freaking out if you're a runner doing this at this point, because you know you're up against cytown. Yes, you do have a game in hand. cytown pushes the block at 7. Silvers are at 7. That's big for cytown. Sigil, oh no!
Oh, wow. Sigil pieced out of there, and we said it was a strategic move. And, yeah, but that's where it can come back and bite you. He may gamble on 9, and if he does, he's going to have... that's not going to work out well.
That is huge for cytown. I mean, he looked like he was getting the advantage in this match there, because Sigil had to spend so much time gambling. But pulling those silvers pretty much puts him now in the seat to force a Game 3, which would be Sigil's. Remorse flag. Sigil gets hit with the red bubble.
I think he has a potion, but I'm not sure. But this is his first peek at 8 because he just got the bait. So, yeah. Oh boy, those silvers in 7. Boy, it's just, I understand why he made the gamble, but that just feels bad.
Absolutely. And there's the Triforce for cytown. He's going to 9 if we could. The wonderful CD and Prop clicking the buttons behind us. Get the audio over to cytown so we can listen for the upcoming Roar and Door. It's time for level 9 BBQ.
Okay, well, we thought with this caliber of runners, the Sigil sees the other item in here is the magic boomerang. We thought with this caliber of runners that we would see, okay, cytown's going to go ahead and buy 2 blue potions to turn that 2 blue potions into a red. We thought we had the potential for this to move relatively quickly, but boy, we weren't. We were exactly right because we're heading into level 9 here in about 55 minutes in.
All right, this is going to be 2Q9. We're listening for the Roar of Ganon. We're looking for the shutter door that doesn't open. And they will not be in their rooms. We've already seen both of their rooms. Ganon's room was in level 7. Zelda's room was in level 6. So this could be it right here. Oh, shoot! That's a nasty room to get red bubbled.
And it's got a shutter door on the left side, so you almost have to clear that in order to...
Oh, get the bubble if you...
Yeah, that blue bubble in there is great. Now you just hide out in the doorway.
No. You know what you do? You know what you do?
What's up?
You defeat Ganon, and that's one of the first places you go to unless you see actual Zelda's room appear somewhere.
Ah, okay.
That's one that you jot down in your notebook that you're checking almost first thing. Because that's a bloodbath if you try to go through there.
Yeah, you're not hunting an item, so really you're just trying to get as much map coverage as you can right now.
Yeah.
That's exactly what cytown's doing. Going straight north, he'll probably check the ears. That's another potential room where the door could pop open, or not. But if you can avoid the nasty combat in there, dude. Oh, nice clock.
That's huge right there for cytown. That door does open, so that will not be the path. Shutter door that opens due to the lack of actual enemies.
Danger noodles there. Okay. Can he get to this ear?
Heading over towards the left ear. Shutter door on the right. It's not going to be Zelda because we saw it from the room below it.
Oh, there's a roar.
Ganon. And it's a 0 HP Ganon, and you immediately check this room to the north.
You have to. You absolutely have to. Even though she's not required to be in a room that opens from the south, she absolutely could be. Nope, not here.
But because you know Zelda's not in her own room, you have to check this room over here, see if this is a staircase, and then you're probably up in a...
Yep.
Exactly like that. And you remember that shoot room we saw a little bit ago? I would, if I'm cytown, I'm checking that one of the first things.
Yep, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to use his candle here so he can see. Or no, it's the next room. I'm sorry.
It's the next room over. And if that shutter doors opens, that's Zelda. No, it's not.
Ooh, okay. Well, there were a couple others that we saw on the path up north that he's going to check right now. It's not that one either. Okay.
Got the room to the right as well. Making methodical movements. That shutter door doesn't open.
I think there might be one other here.
But that might be your pathway over towards the left. You're going to grab those bombs.
And the blue bubble, because I think he got hit by a red bubble 2 rooms ago.
Petra locking you in.
Okay,
And
well, she's not there.
And cytown says no. There's a lot of this stuff over here to the right-hand side that cytown has not seen, and we're going to start exploring that now.
Yeah, he's not tried to get over this direction, and he can't, so he's going to try to go up from the... Yeah, okay, he can get over here. Now the question is, can he get to the right from here? Yes!
The turnstile room will give us more access over here to the right. Another turnstile room. They're back to back. Making our way over here. This could be a staircase. Transport or item. Doesn't matter. This one here, that probably is a staircase because of those bombs on the bottom.
Yeah, and if he doesn't need the bombs right now, then he's just going to leave them. That room is nothing. I suppose it could be a compass. That's 2 chutes.
Horizontal chutes in the same level. You gotta talk to your interior decorators there, Ganon.
He's going to talk to them for a lot of reasons. The cruddy job they did with the drywall, the insulation, he can be heard from the next room over. It's just, yeah, he needs to go on like HGTV or something.
cytown going back to start. We're going to see what he does. Probably go straight up this time. He doesn't know it, but he's in a pretty good position at this stage to move on and force a game 3 in this round of 16.
Yeah, that's a really good point. cytown would have to be feeling the heat right now because he knows he's playing for his tournament life and he knows the caliber of opponent he's up against. So even though we know he's significantly ahead at this point, he may not feel that way.
And we're at the stage of this tournament where these races are definitely going to be more and more compact between the runners' skill levels. I mean, that's what winds up happening the deeper you go into this tournament. And here's the compass! She's in the right. No, that's not her vanilla room. That's the Ganon room normally in 2Q9.
Yes, it is. Now, the question is, can you get there directly by going up and to the left from here?
Nice burn there to get himself only 1/2 of a heart damage as opposed to the 2 that he would have sustained from a blue whiz robe. And over here, can't get there from that area. But we can go to the room to the right, and the shutter door will open up for cytown. And he's going to force a winner-takes-all Game 3 in this round of 16 match against Sigil. Get your GGs in chat.
And he finishes with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 31 seconds. Given the obstacles that were thrown in their way in the back half of this dungeon setup, a 1 hour, 1 minute time is very impressive. Very well done.
And amazing how fast this race just changed its tide.
Yeah, the minute cytown got to kind of the back half of the dungeon clearing, it felt like he turned on the afterburners. Just boom, boom, boom. Before you knew it, he had silvers. He was done in 8. He was done in 7.
As we welcome in the winner of the race, Mr. cytown, welcome.
Hey, thanks, Rick.
So, we did get to see a good amount of skill in this race. We got to see everyone's favorite friend, the bait block. Tell me, in 5 words or less, your thoughts of the seed.
I got lucky in 7.
You sure did. Sigil got into 7 a lot before you did. Pulled the Triforce, never got the item, and decided, I'm going to leave 7. And that was when the race just... When you found those silvers, it was your race to lose.
I totally believe it. all I had left was 6, 7, and 9. I knew where the red ring was at if I wanted it. It was one of those things where if I came across the item, that's great, but I have 2 items in 9. I'm going to 9. And I got lucky. So Sigil's really put it to me. Him was best of 3.
And you don't know the half of it with regards to that luck story. We're not talking just the fact that you pulled the silvers out of 7, but while you were trying to pull the silvers out of 7, Sigil was at a point where he needed to raise the 60 rupees for the bait. So he kept money-making game and losing.
Huh. Oh, that's crazy. I had actually saved a couple of spots for money, just in case.
Well, it paid off for you. How did you like that surprise of the bait block at 8?
Oh, it was fine. It was so early, it didn't really matter. And I already knew where I could get meat. I knew it was expensive, that kind of sucked. But all I needed was a few bucks, and yeah, that was I know it's like really fun to watch when you're playing. It's almost just like, okay, it's the same as a ladder block, right? Like I just have to acquire the item in order to move on.
Yep.
And I had a couple ladder blocks written down, and but it kind of came pretty clean quickly once I bought the stinking hints that I should have bought a long time ago. But yeah.
Well, but at the same time, you didn't know that those hints were true until a good amount of the way through. When we saw the hints on here in the announce booth, we were having that same discussion of, okay, if those are true hints, those are great info to have, but can't verify that they're true until significantly later in the seed.
Yeah, the only thing I'd heard or seen so far up until I bought hints was 3 was in the forest, and I knew that was true. But
Yeah. How about that 3 with the immediate ladder block?
yeah, it felt, honestly, that is just as good as 8 having an immediate meat block. So it's like,
You're right.
I'm not going to waste any time in here. I know when I'm coming back, kind of like that.
So let me ask this question to you. How soon in this race do you feel like you were to the ladder?
Oh.
Do you think that you were there before Sigil or after?
I didn't have the ladder until in the 40-ish minute mark, around there. It didn't feel good. It felt like I was behind at that point.
Well, little did you know that you both entered 5 at the same exact frame, and you just by maybe just a couple of seconds, got into the staircase and grabbed that ladder. It was that tight when you both got into 5.
So did he dink around and ate a bunch too the first go, or did he skip it early?
He skipped it
early, and he never got to the meat of level 8 until finally acquiring the rupees while you were making your way into the Triforce in 7.
Okay, alright. He was smarter than me then, because there's no reason to be diving second quest 8 when you haven't found 1 or even 4, even though all I needed was the item. Like, that was really dumb on my part, and I got a little adventurous. I think I was just playing a little bit nervous tonight, so.
I mean, you were up against the wall in regards to this series. If the thing didn't work out in your favor, it would have been quite the game over for you in that regard. So I can understand that.
Yeah. No doubt. I'm the lucky one. I found the silvers in 7, and I'll just have to. I gotta play a little bit smarter than what I did tonight. But yeah.
Now, what you mentioned that in regards to playing smarter, as we find the any key here in level 9. What do you mean by that? What do you feel like you didn't do that was maybe questionable? What do you feel like you did that was questionable in this seed?
Yeah. So second quest 8, like walking into second. I did it right in 7. I knew it was second quest 7. I was willing to dive it early just to check it out because it was right near start. I knew I was key blocked in 7, and I just bailed on it and just said, you know what? We're not coming back for a while, right? I find second quest 8, and I'm like, oh, I'm Superman now. Here we go. And I'm going to go dive this pig that really stinks, and and I shouldn't have, because I still had 1, 4, 5. I wouldn't have known where 5 was at the time, and I wouldn't know where 1 or 4 was at, but I still had like 1, 4, 5. I had a lot of other stuff I could have went for, and I just didn't. I just went for it rather than playing a little bit smarter.
Makes sense, but in the end, the moves that you made did pay out for you towards the end. Like your decision to go back into 7 as opposed to going into 9 and trying to see what you could do there. Again, that was when this race became, you were slightly ahead to you're way ahead, and it looks like we're going to a game 3.
Yeah, I mean, I got silvers before Triforce in 7, so that one worked out. But yeah, if it went the other way, I'd have been in 9 with Sigil right now, hunting items. Although that 9 is nasty. Holy cow.
Yeah, I saw that you immediately went to that shoot room.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see if that was the answer to the puzzle after you got locked out of that northwest corner.
I was
Which is, as I was saying on commentary, which is something I would immediately highlight and say, potentially come back here after you beat Ganon. There's the wand. So wand and any key were the 2 items inside of level 9. And with that is Sigil saying, that's it, I'm done. GG's. Cytown, get your GG's in chat for Sigil.
Absolutely. Sigil played really, really well. It's just that, the bait block and getting into 8 slowed him down a touch. But really, it was just, the silver's just going to burn the wand. I don't blame him. But yeah, the silver's being in 7. It's the right gamble to make, given the information he has.
And we welcome into Sigil. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Answer was 7.
Yeah, that was going to be my last location.
Yeah. I can tell you, Sigil, or actually, we were just talking about this a second ago. When I was in 9, I knew that we had the compass would be in the compass room. I was having a complete panic because I forgot where the compass is at in Second Quest 9. I literally had my phone in my hand while I'm walking around 9, trying to look up online on NES Map, trying to figure out what is the compass room. And then it hit me. I was like, it's black in both. And I was like, I couldn't, for the life of me, I couldn't remember the compass was in the black room in both first and second quest. And I was dying inside because I'm like, how many rooms I just walked by that might have had the compass? And yeah, that was nuts.
For what it's worth, she was in the upper right earlobe where Ganon normally is in 2Q9. So, Sigil, I guess my big question to you is, what would you like to say to the money-making game right now?
I can't say it on air.
I figured you were going to go with something like that.
That's totally fair.
I figured you were going to go with something like that for your answer, because that was very unfortunate that the money-making game just kept giving you the business like the way that it did. I'm glad that you finally were able to hunt down one of the secrets that you still had left over and grab that and at least use that towards finally getting yourself to the 65 that you needed for the bait. But by that point, while you were doing the gambling, Cytown found the silvers in 7, and that's when this race just completely changed its pathing.
Where in 7 was the silver?
The very bottom section of the spiral, if you went right from... You had to take a staircase, right, Cytown?
Yeah, you did have to take a staircase. It was actually, you need to take 3 different staircases to get down there. The first staircase took you to the upper right of the middle quadrant, or middle 9 room thing. You go down 1, that's a staircase, sends you to the right side, takes you all the way down to the next to the bottom. That staircase takes you to the top left, and you got to walk across top a few, get another staircase, and head down. It was a little bit nuts. I was still hunting for Triforce at the time, so I got lucky.
The worst thing that happened to me was getting a hint ladder was in 5.
Why do you say
Now
that?
it was interesting because cytown didn't get that hint, but got the other hint shot that said play a melody to get the ladder, which told him immediately go back to 5.
I became too fixated on trying to find a ladder.
Interestingly enough, and you both are going to want to watch this back, you both entered 5 at the very same time and went into the room that had the ladder at the very same time too.
Yeah, this race was very, very close through, I'd say, the first 2/3 of it. And then it was just, the order in which you ended up digging things. Sigil, you found 7 fairly early on, and you got the Triforce and said, I'm not coming back here unless I have to. And cytown kind of got into 7 later in the game and needed to dig and stumbled upon silvers, and that allowed him to turn on the afterburners. But you both played really, really well. This was a really, really fun race to watch and to commentate. There's a lot of really good play on both sides.
And I definitely do want to say that this was a race that could have gone either way. Like, for instance, if you found those silvers in a different place, if they weren't in 7, then this race probably turns out a little bit different. But it is what it is here. So, obviously, you don't have to give your answer just yet. But have you given any thought to what you're doing for your Game 3 remorse?
Heart shuffle.
On or off?
Heart shuffle on.
Heart shuffle on. That's what we're going to get when game number 3 gets played between these two. They haven't set a date just yet, but they'll go ahead and do that after we are done with this. And it will be with Heart Shuffle on, my friends. So GG's to both of you. Please, everybody, SpeedGaming, give your GG's to cytown and Sigil. We're going to a game 3.
Have a good one, everybody.
Have a great night, and thank you for comms and tracking.
And with that BBQ, we have one more race on our Easter Sunday docket. Jewess Fury SK coming up here at the stroke of midnight Eastern time. That's coming up here in an hour and 9 minutes with the wonderful Tracy M and Smile Fires on commentary, PDX Rex on the tracking. And then tomorrow, you've got Thurwolf and Malkior starting their game 1 of their round of 16 series. Then you've got the game 4.
Oh, do we know anyone who's going to be participating in that game 4?
Yes, the game 4 that is listed as game 3, but it will actually be a game 4 between myself and Magic Friends. That's tomorrow at 8 o'clock. The same time as Potato Pony and El Soa. Game 2 of their round of 16 series will be tomorrow as well. Truant Gamer Mr. Dunlow will wrap things up tomorrow night. Well, not really. They'll go at 10 o'clock, and then Spudasaurus versus Shaddy, they will wrap things up at 12:30 a.m. tomorrow night.
So if you are still buzzing from eating all your Easter candy and you're not going to bed for a while, definitely check out the 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time match tonight. If you still have Easter candy left over, save it for tomorrow and watch a bunch of Zelda.
Got my M&Ms right here.
Oh, hey, that's great. Yeah, we have, what did we get? Some Reese's stuff. I like the big the eggs, both the white chocolate and the regular the Reese's eggs, the big peanut butter cup ones.
This stream is not brought to you by Hershey's Corporation, by the way.
No, but my sugar levels in my system definitely are.
Nor is it brought to you by M&M Mars. All right, so thank you very much to CD Improv, who's been listening to us ramble on throughout this entire broadcast. Also, thank you to everyone on the SpeedGaming side, as well as everybody that's been watching us. Come back here an hour and 7 minutes for the nightcap, and we'll talk to you the next time. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.